All right, Stats, I do apologize for that last video. It was super duper long. This one is super duper short. So now we're going to talk about ethics in your studies. Okay, so there are three basic principles of data ethics. The first one is if you're going to do a plan study, you should have it reviewed by a board. This institutional review board is in charge of protecting the safety and well-beings of the subjects. All right, so that is very important. Safety and well-being of the subjects. So make sure you think about that when you're looking at these experiments or observational studies. Secondly, all your individuals who are subjects should give informed consent that you are collecting data. It should be prior and it should warn of the risks, warning of risks. So again, this sometimes is murky because a lot of times you want the candid reaction of the subject. So when you get informed consent, you have to kind of make them aware that something might be happening, but you don't want to give it away because that will then, they'll have expectations going into the experiment, right? So that's kind of a tough one to swallow, if in my opinion. And then lastly, all your individual data must be kept confidential. No one should know or be able to link the data to the individuals used, right? So again, notice that confidentiality is not the same as anonymity. So anonymity means the names are not known, but confidentiality means that it's not made known to the public. So be aware of that. I think they kind of go hand in hand though, right? If things are kept confidential, then as long as you do it anonymously, you're not linking my data directly to me. And again, in the public atmosphere. Okay, so example 3, what would you do? Will people try to stop someone from driving drunk? A television news program hired an actor to play a drunk driver and used the hidden camera to record the behavior of individuals who encountered the driver. Was this study carried out ethically? Explain. So this is like that show, like What Would You Do, right? Where they plan, they put cameras everywhere, they make a situation happen with actors, and they're trying to get people's candid responses. So again, this idea of a hidden camera and a television news program, these are the two issues with this observational study, if you will. So I would say that no, this is not carried out ethically. Now again, is there any harm for the subjects? No. Right? This drunk driver is not going to harm them. They're just trying to stop them from maybe going to drive drunk. You know what I mean? So again, it's all make believe. It's fake. But I'm going to say no because, or I'm going to say participants did not give informed consent. Prior to the study. And again, the reason you wouldn't do that as this television program is because you want the behavior to be candid. And if you did inform consent, it would not be candid. People would have expectations. Candid means, like real life action. Like, instead of posing for a picture and saying cheese, you get a picture in action, candid, okay? So that's my first concern. Also, I would say that the participants were filmed, meaning the results were not kept confidential. Right. So in my opinion, when TV programs do this, they probably have the scene happen first, and then they have to get the people's consent to put it on live TV, right? So there's some form of consent, but it's not informed consent. It's consent afterwards. Okay. Again, I wouldn't talk about the institutional review board because I don't think this is going to harm any of these subjects. So again, each problem here is different. Just try to use those three ethical points. Depending on what the subjects are being put under. Okay, so again, promise it was short, very short. Good luck on the homework.